Welcome back, movie lovers. Now, I want to make this perfectly clear. This is going to contain spoilers of Coco. If you were just looking for the plain review, click the link down in the description. It'll take you to that one. So, this one, only watch if you A, have already seen the movie, or B, don't care about spoilers. But without further ado, let's get into it. First off, I know I spent a lot of the original review talking about the music, but it's just something that I feel really strongly about. Like I said, it is my full-time job. This is my hobby with all of that. So, I want to talk a little bit about it, and especially about what happens in the middle and the end. And I want to start with the middle. When it comes to songwriters and people being a face, that actually happens a lot in the music business. If you were not aware of that, most of today's artists are not their own songwriters. They have teams of songwriters that they have hired to do this for. One of the, in fact, probably, I don't know who's the best selling artist, but definitely one of the top 10 best selling artists of all time, Elvis Presley, barely did any songs that he wrote. There were very, very few. All of his popular songs were written by somebody else or were covers that became more popular with him with all that. So this is not something new. Um, I've never heard of anybody actually killing over this or anything else like that. So that was a little bit different, but the whole songwriter singer thing has happened a lot. So don't let that be anything else. But the big part of the movie I want to talk about is the ending with uh, Mama Coco and the song. Obviously, Mama Coco, we know that at the end, she does pass away, so she's on her way out, and she's obviously suffering from some sort of mental memory type lapse. Don't know if it's dementia, don't know if it's Alzheimer's, but music speaks to a part of the brain that other things just don't. Language doesn't, pictures don't, anything. Music really speaks to a part of the brain that is untouched by anything else. In fact, there are many, many videos out there of not just Alzheimer, but dementia patients that are playing jazz piano from back when they were in the when the 40s were around. They were playing them then, they're playing them now. There are so many things, and music really has that effect. So if you're thinking that that part of the movie was Hollywooded up, no, that actually does happen and everything like that. Now, obviously, the Day of the Dead, yes, it's an interpretation that probably, or the Land of the Dead, sorry, is an interpretation. Probably not the way it goes. We're not sure. It could be. Who knows? Who knows? But everything like that was great. I thought all the way through was just a great film. The one thing I'm glad that Pixar didn't do with all of this was I'm glad they didn't do too much of the shtick. Yeah, they had just enough of, like the heads falling off, the bones getting rearranged. I thought one of the funniest parts was when what's his name, Hector, falls off the platform and just crumbles and puts himself back together. And Coco, and or not Coco, but Miguel just looks down like, "You really expect me to do that?" I thought that was just a really great, like small thing they could have done without overdoing it. So that was really, really good and all that. The one thing with all of this is, or the other thing I will say is, they really followed a good path trying to lead us towards Ernesto de la Cruz being the great great grandfather. And while the story has been done, and I kind of saw it coming a little bit before it happened, especially after we found out that Hector was musically inclined, I kind of saw where the twist was going to come there. I thought they did a good job in the other way. The one thing that I was really kind of iffy about was the actual picture itself. The shoulders in the picture, if you noticed, were a little bit broad, and then when you see Hector in the scene where he dies, you see how the shoulders. He's very thin. He's very 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 thin on all of that, and just I really didn't. It just didn't fit. I mean, I thought that was one thing that Pixar kind of dropped the ball on with the shoulders and everything, but that was just something for me and everything. The spirit animals, I thought those were great. Following the not just the it could be whatever kind of animal you want, but the different colors and it can fit the different personalities of everything. I love that the matriarch of the family had this giant cat thing. I thought that was really well done as well. And the one thing I will say about this film is that you were never bored. Okay, there was always something going on, and there was no, not only were you not bored, there was so much going on, but there was no, I mean, there was no small storyline. There wasn't something that was underdeveloped. It really just, everything in there needed to be in there. You kept your interest and kept going from one thing to the next. I thought all of that was very well done as well. And then the ending, I mean, you have the villain that everybody absolutely adores. You have basically what is Gaston from Beauty and the Beast, to show another Disney film, and you finally see what kind of a person he is and how quick someone can turn. The one thing I will also say is, if they had the lyrics to the songs, why didn't it come out sooner? I mean, you're a great grandmother, so I know you're old. I know you're older, but you had to be younger at some point, and you were around when all of these songs came out. So why didn't you come forward saying this before now? I mean, that was just something little as well. I thought could have been a little bit more explained or whatever. But like I said, these are small things. This movie was absolutely fantastic. It, I have no doubt, is going to at least be nominated, if not win, Best Animated Feature of the Year, and well deserved as well. I thought the chemistry between the actors was great, even though they were just voices, everything. I thought how you see Miguel's transformation of completely despising his family to, um, accepting his family, especially the dead ones accepting him, and then all of a sudden the live ones then start to accept him, bringing music back into it, and how it was just a giant misunderstanding of all of that. I thought it was just a really, really all around well done film. Not Didn't really leave me anything to be desired. Or anything like that. And once again, we had a great antagonist, great protagonist, great mentor along the way. The whole supporting cast really captured the essence of what I think everybody was going for. So, like I said, really good film. Not many things I want to talk about spoiler wise. It's going to be a relatively short spoiler filled. I really just want to get my thoughts on that music thing out there. But yeah, if you guys have any discussion you want to put, go ahead and leave a comment down below. I'll be sure to read it, and then I'll be sure to talk with you about it as well. So thanks for watching, guys. Be sure to comment, like, and subscribe. God bless all of you, and that's a wrap. Gotcha. Just like with the credits here in Coco, if you did not stay until the end, you missed a very, very sweet thing that they did. They put something, or they put, I don't remember the exact words, but it's basically thank you to all who inspired us, and it had a bunch of pictures of, I'm assuming family members, but also people that inspired the movie making process. There was a picture of Walt Disney up there. I saw a picture of Disney's wife and a few of his kids as well. As also, I recognize a couple of actors and comedians up there. So if you did not stick around to the end of that, you need to go back, watch it again, and wait to the end, or check it out on DVD. But like I said, guys, once again, this time for real, I promise, that's a wrap.